Everybody, happy Friday night. You know what I mean? We're having a good time over here, and the Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns over there on Sunday. But this is the first week that we've streamed every day, Monday through Friday, and then we're gonna be doing the game on Sunday, taking tomorrow off. Probably gonna sleep in a little bit. You know what I mean? But shout out to the sponsors of the show. You know what I mean? Quick Trip. You know, you come into the game, coming to Wisconsin. Stop over at Quick Trip. They got clean bathrooms, and they got the Glazers. They got the hot spot. They got all the things that one needs, you know, living life. And also Nicolay Law, if you get injured and you need some representation because the insurance companies are being sketchy and you're missing work, nicolaylaw.com. Hit them up, find it out, and they're going to take care of you, you know what I mean? But hammer the chat, people, you know what I mean? Hammer the chat. This is a show for the people. This is not going to be on the podcast. We're just going to hang out tonight, have some beers, talk Packers football, you know, Packers taking on the Browns on Sunday at noon. It should be a good game, but one thing like I was thinking is like everyone was talking about how ferocious this Browns defense is, and like this Browns defense is great, but it's really they're really good against the yards, but they average, you know, I got this over here 29 points a game. They're number 25 in points a game for on defense. Now they're first in yards a game on defense, and they're also they're second and opponent's yards of play. So everything else, dude, they're up in there like 23, 22, like a lot of those rankings. So when people talk about how ferocious this Browns defense is, I don't know. We're gonna find out. But right here, we got the odds over here. Packers looks like they're favored by 7.5. So and I think it's gonna be a convincing win. But they have to go in there and ball out. You know what I mean? They can't just show up. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get some chat over here. What's up, Piper? Sid, howdy. What's up, Cedric? You know what I mean? Look at that. Look at that profile picture. You got that hat on. You got the pipe going on. Cedric, a good looking fella right there. You know what I mean? My man. What's up, Tiffany? Hey, Matt. Are we talking football or just shooting? Yeah, tonight. Anything you want. We're talking football. We're talking. We're just having a good time. We're just hanging out. So whatever you want to talk about, you know, people, you know, I don't think anything else I can talk about that is, you know, anyone wants to hear about. Love and Jacobs about to be a nightmare. Yeah, dude, I think Matthew Golden gets his first touchdown in this game too. Missing Jaden Reed, which sucks. He's going to be out like indefinitely. I'm not even sure what the word indefinitely means anymore, but he's going to be out for a long time. Tucker Kraft got hurt. They're saying it was like a scare, but is he going to play? Like that's the thing, because I have Tucker Kraft on my fantasy football team. I know no one cares about anyone's fantasy football team, but I don't know who to play. And then I went and got Musgrave just in case Tucker Kraft don't play. But like, when do we know? Am I going to have enough time? You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm going to get screwed in fantasy football. But hopefully Tucker Kraft plays. But if he's hurt at all, they're not going to play him. Like they're going to sit him. If that's what it takes, sit him for a week and let him be 100% fresh. But if it was just a scare and like he's good to go, then play him. I don't think that he like people talking about like will he be on a snap count? I don't think so, because I don't think that if he's hurt, I don't think that they'll play him. So like if he's like a little banged up, I just don't see him playing him. I don't see him forcing him out there if it's a real situation. Love a good old Ramage weekday program to get me Sunday ready. And dude, let me tell you, dude, the Sunday game stream is going to be wild. I got a producer now. He's got the most amazing graphics. Before this stream started, he was showing me a lot of the stuff that we're going to do. Dude, it's going to be awesome. Like these watch parties that I'm doing are going to be different than any other watch party. We got graphics, we got stuff. We're going to be silly with it. We're going to have a good time. So tune in. You know what I mean? James is going to, I'm going to put up James' comment, but James sometimes says some foul stuff. All right, I'm not sure. I'm not putting that on my screen, James. All right, so James is kind of a troll a little bit. He says some inappropriate things, but he means it. He has a good heart, I feel like. So I let him hang out. But I'm not gonna put your comment on the screen, though, James. But I appreciate you tuning in, though. But though, yeah. So how are we feeling? How are we feeling on this Friday evening? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the Packers, Browns game? Want to talk about other NFL games? You know what I mean? See you Sunday, Mr. Quick Trip Man over here. I don't know why I'm pointing the wrong way, but Mr. Quick Trip Man over there. That's a good little mascot we got there. You know what I mean? And then with the Bear Still Suck sticker in the background, looks like he's wearing a Bear Still Suck hat. You know what I mean? That looks good right there. Oh, that's beautiful. What's up, Kyle? Let's go. The man you improve every time. Hey, I appreciate that. This is the first week I did it like every day. Very tiring, but we're getting after it. Dude, these watch parties though are so fun, and like with the graphics, it adds so much to it. Dude, we got some fun stuff coming. What's up, Rick? Hey, bro, cheers. You get stuck with me Sunday. There you go, dude. I can't wait, dude. This stream is gonna be really fun. It is. I think it's probably gonna be the best stream that I've ever done for a watch party. That is what my prediction is for the game. We're gonna have the best stream of all time, at least for me. And what is up? We got a Twitch comment. I'm feeling great. Can't wait till the Packers game. I'm playing a Packers franchise on Madden, and they've won 3 Super Bowls in a row so far. You, my friend, are a legend. You know what I mean? Keep up the good fight. You know what I mean? It's going to be a fun game. I cannot wait. Rick, any truth Watson be back sooner than expected? Yes, that's what they're saying. Watson said that if the NFC Championship game was tomorrow, he could play. So, I mean, obviously, it's he can't come back to a certain time limit because of the IR and all the whatever, all that stuff. But and they're not going to rush him back. But I think he's saying is like he's good. It'll just I think he'll be back earlier than I thought for sure. Because when the injury happened, I thought he'd be like missing most of the season, or at least half the season. So maybe we get him back. I'm not sure when. Maybe after the bye. I'm not really sure. But what's up, Ty? Brewers just gave up a run in the first. All right, we don't need bad news on this show. You know what I mean? What's the score over there? I haven't been. I support the Brewers, but I don't. I mean, first of all, I took a nap today, so I didn't know what was going on anywhere. But shout out to the Brewers. Let me know the score over there. Let's talk about alarm clocks, dude. dude. You know, I might have been late for work. I don't know. But what is up? How you doing? R Benny 39 over there on X, you know what I mean? I still call it Twitter, but shout out to you. Hey Matt, what's up? Car Guy 72. We're having a good time. I mean, Ivan's in the building. Whoo, we got some people rolling in here. It's going to be epic. Yeah, this game should be fun. I want the Packers to go out here and show and prove to everyone that, you know, I mean, because everyone's so hyped on it. Everyone's so high on the Packers. I want them to show, like, all right, we did that in the first 2 weeks. All this hype, all this drama. No one say drama, but like, I feel like even when it's positivity, it almost feels like negativity because I feel like it puts pressure on you or whatever. But just go out there and show you are who they thought you were, and go out there and beat up the Cleveland Browns. You know what I mean? Any hints on what your halftime show will be for the game this Sunday? I'm not sure we can be revealing information like that, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be. I don't think I have any hints though. I think I'm gonna because you know I don't want to give stuff away, you know what I mean? What's up, Paul? Thanks for bringing Packer energy. You know what I mean? I love the Green Bay Packers, dude. And I think it's awesome that I get to talk about it and it's have people comment in the chat and I just talk to a bunch of people who think like me. It's a beautiful thing. Week 5. What? Go, Pack, go! What are we talking about, weeks? Oh, yeah, all right, I don't know. Ivan. What's up? Oh man, Watson news is good news. Oh, it definitely is, Kyle. I think Christian Watson. When Christian Watson is on the field, the Packers are better. I know a lot of people are like bad on him and like he's injury prone, he's this and that. But when he is there, the defense, the secondary has to respect it because he can just run right past them. And they have other fast guys, so you just add another fast guy to the team, dude. Watson being on the field is a problem, so we need to get him back. Oh, the score. All right, I got what you're saying. All right, here we go. We got 1-0 end of the first over there on the Brewers update. I appreciate it. I forget what I'm talking about sometimes. Hey, Matt, do you go to any road games? I'm going to New York New Jersey actually to watch the Packers take on the Giants. But I'm staying in New York for a little bit, a few days with a friend of mine. We're gonna tour all the things. I never really been out of Wisconsin, so it's like it's gonna be like a big thing because like going to see like um, what Times Square and like being on a subway, being on a subway, dude. I had never thought in my life I would be on a subway. Like I see like all the movies. People get murdered a lot on subways in the movies. You know what I mean? So people who are not from New York, that's all we see. You know what I mean? We watch like the Joker. You know what I mean? People, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited to take on the Big Apple. How's the pigeon problem, Ben? Sounds like you should make some pigeon stew Sunday. Problem solved. Dude, I got like a plastic owl out there. We got pigeon situation over here at the headquarters, and they hang out on my porch and they crap all over my porch. I'm spraying on this crap. The paint's coming off. Like, what are these birds eating? Why is their crap like acid taking off the paint? My house was just painted like 2 years ago. So you know what I mean? Fred G in the house, baby. What's up, Frederick? How you doing today? My prediction will be dead on. So everyone, dude, stay tuned to Ivan Lars over there on Instagram. He does predictions every week, and I believe he's never wrong. You know what I mean? Probably never wrong. Joe Flacco can he avoid the rush or just sit on the ground as he gets hit? Dude, I don't think that's the thing. Joe Flacco, you know where Joe Flacco's going to be. Like when those pass rushes are coming, it's different. Like when you have a Jaden Daniels dude or, people who can move around. Dude, Joe Flacco's like 117 years old. No, but he's like almost my age, I feel like. He's been in the league so long. And shout out to Joe Flacco, but they know where he's going to be. He's not a guy, he's got good pocket presence, but he's not a guy that's going to scramble. He might try, but they're gonna catch him pretty easily. Joe Flacco ain't he ain't outrunning Parsons. I tell you that he ain't outrunning Rashawn Gary if they get loose. But the Browns defense though, they are good against yards of play. Like the Browns defense, according to the stats, they don't give up big chunks of yards, but they give up points. See, I don't get that. How are you like the number one in the league in yards of play? But you also give up 29 points a game. It's like, what's happening? How are they scoring? Are there a lot of like pick sixes? Like, what's going on over there? Watson is a beast on the new Madden game, dude. I bet he is. I don't think I've really played Madden. I don't think I have Madden this year. I've been playing Madden since like the early '90s, and just don't do it as much anymore. When is your cheese company going to bring on a sponsorship? You know what I mean? My job should sponsor me. No, I'm just lucky I still have a job. Here we go. Can you move your scoreboard up a little when you read the comments? We can't see score. Not that big of a deal, but thanks, Matt, for all you do. Go Pack Go. What's up, Stacey? I appreciate the comment. We will see what we can do there. You should have a Twinkie eating. Oh no, a Twinkie. I said twinkle. You should have a Twinkie eating contest at halftime. A Twinkie eating contest. You know what would be cool? Like to go live to someone at halftime who's like whatever, somewhere cool, and then just talk to them and be like, maybe someone like over at Stadium View or like some epic place. Watson is a gazelle. Yeah, dude. Watson, dude, he's got wheels on him, dude. But here we go. I appreciate all the comments. I'm kind of getting behind here, but we're going to tap all of them in. Dude keeps the eyes moving, you know what I mean? Giant Stadium was a campground. Be careful. All right, now don't tweak me out. Here we go. Remember the 1996 Packers? I was in junior high. I just remember every week being amped up. Packers football is always fun, but right now it feels like 1996 where it's like, hey, get another win. Blow someone out. Let's go. Yeah, dude, that's what it is. Like you can be hyped up for this team. Like this team makes you believe that they can. I think Rasheed Walker said they're going to go undefeated. I'd rather him not say that, but I like the confidence, and I feel like this team does have like that energy, like that swag that like they could win every single game. I'm not saying they're going to go undefeated. Maybe though. I'm not against it, but I just feel like this team is a team that we haven't been this excited in a long time. And it's not just Parsons. Parsons brought a lot of energy and really amped people up. But I feel like the way this team is playing, offensively, defensively, even special teams to a big part, is, it gives you a reason to be amped up. You know what I mean? I wanted to go to Bengals at Packers, but tickets were ridiculous. Yeah, tickets are going to get crazy. Tickets aren't going to be like they used to be. Everyone's excited. Everyone's trying to go to Pack games right now. You know what I mean? You gotta open that wallet to get in there. Your wife going with you to New York, or is she letting the dog run loose? My wife is not going. I'm going with my friend Kevin. So we gonna be out there, me and Kevin, running the streets of New York. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it like Kevin McAllister style, baby. You know what I mean? We're gonna get after it. When when Tammy DeVito beat us on Monday night, those fans were toxic. Yeah, I've heard some stuff. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. I probably won't wear the pack. I'll probably wear my own merch. You know what I mean? I might just wear my own merch instead of Packer stuff, just to not have the target on me. Not that I think, dude, I don't think New York people are bad. Like, I'd make these jokes, but like, dude, living in Wisconsin, like, all you see from New York is like based on movies and stuff. But I know people live in New York. I've talked to Nagler about it, and New York is a good place. My buddy Kevin's been there many times. Who I'm going with, he's brought his daughters there. So like, I know New York's cool, but I'm nervous for you going to New York City. Yeah, don't be nervous. Be out there. You know, what I mean, I got Kevin to protect me. He's an IT guy. You know those IT guys can scrap if need be. Flacco is gonna be wacko, dude. Flacco's gonna be running for his life, dude. I just feel like this Packers defense is gonna be fired up. I mean, they had some extra time off to prepare for the Browns. You know what I mean? That defense is for sure though, like rushing yards a game. So they have to, or not, just I think yards in general per play. So they have to get after it. Go Pack, go! The Packers are going to the Super Bowl this year. Linda, you are spot on right there. Thanks for the comment. Myles Garrett has like 3 sacks, I think, so far. Do you think Love gets sacked a few times, or the O line and LaFleur find a way to maintain him? I feel like that they do a pretty good job of like, even if he just like rolls out immediately, like the ball snapped and he's rolling away from their main guy. But I wouldn't be surprised if Myles Garrett gets a sack. Like he's a very good player. We're gonna see, Zach Tom. We got some injury situations with him. We're gonna see like what this offensive line is come Sunday. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Love gets sacked. That's a good defense. Like real quick, I'll just run through this for people who weren't here earlier. But points a game given up. The Browns give up 29 points a game. That's number 25 in the league. But they're number 1 opponent in yards a game. So yards a game, 191.5 yards a game. That's number 1. But they're number 31 against opponent points a play. What's that? I don't know. We don't need to get into all that. But opponent yards a play, 3.8. That's number 2 in the league. Everywhere else, they're kind of like mid to the bottom. But the Packers, hang on. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, their offense though is number 27 in points a game. They're number 16 in yards a game, 31 in points a play, 28 in yards a play. Number 6 in third down conversion percentage, which is weird to be all the way up there. They're not. Their offense isn't it. Their offense is not it. I'm not going to throw all the stats because that's not what we do on this show. But I think that the Packers can score against them. But they got a good defense, dude. The Packers are going to have to, I'm not worried though, dude. I'm just not worried about any team. And I feel like the way the defense is playing, the Packers are going to get extra possessions. I feel like, especially that the Browns offense doesn't. Who is the Browns offense, Karen? You know what I mean? So I feel like the Packers defense is gonna just manhandle them. And so if the Packers offense does slip a little bit, if it does, it is hard to get drives going because that Cleveland defense is getting after it. But I think that they'll be all right because the defense is gonna, and that's what championship teams do. Like the defense helps with the offense. The offense helps with the defense. Maybe the defense gives up a fluky touchdown in a game, but the offense like, I got you, dude. We're gonna go down there and score. And I think this defense that's what they can do. You get bad situations, get put in bad situations. Maybe they're at the 30 and they hold them for a field goal or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's what you want in a championship team. And I think they got that. You know what I mean? Yeah, think positive. They rule. That's what I'm talking about, Linda. You know what I mean? What is up, Matthew? I have a feeling that we're going to beat the Browns 27-14. Go Pack, go. I like that. I forgot what I said in that last prediction. I think I said like 34-13 or something like that. Because, they've only been giving up 13 points a game, or just, I think it was 13 the first game and like 18 the second game, if I remember right. So they're not giving up a lot of points either. So I don't expect the Browns offense to be the team that that surpasses that. I meant keep the eyes moving on the subway. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? Live from New York, maybe. And then, maybe it'll be on Saturday night too. Not the one you want, but see, that was a good one. But yeah, I'll be doing a lot of content in New York. Probably some pizza reviews too, because I've always like the one thing like going to New York. The one thing I think about is eating pizza, like New York style pizza. Because when you go places like on vacation and like, oh, this is New York style pizza, but like then I never had like actual New York pizza, and I want to see like how much better is it. Actually, New York pizza that's actually in New York. You can't have New York pizza in Sheboygan. That's not New York pizza. That's like someone tried. My son met Manziel at a bar at Midtown Nashville. I said, don't hang out with him. In trouble. Yeah, you might want to, I know. I don't know. I don't know what Manziel's doing these days. You know what I mean? But I heard he has a good time. Life is good. Thanks for an entertaining show. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, Paul. You know what I mean? I do. I appreciate Hammer in the chat over here. Giants fans are weenies. Dude, don't talk trash about not Giants fans. I'm going to New York. We're gonna be nice. Any predictions on the record at season end? See, I said 14 wins, and I think that's about it. I think that where they're going to be. I think the Packers are going to be in a good situation. I think the schedule isn't severely easy, but I feel like this Packers team is fired up, and I just feel like this is a team that isn't going to accept losing. So I feel like 14 wins. It might be more. It might be more, dude. God forbid anything crazy thing happen. We're not going to put those bad thoughts in the world. But I think that I'm very I'm always like kind of optimistic. I'm a very biased fan. But this year, dude, this feels different, doesn't it? And I don't know. Sometimes you don't feel it when you have a really great team. Like even in 2010, it wasn't like the end of the season. We're like, whoa. Because like that team that wasn't predicted to win the Super Bowl the whole time, they got hot in the playoffs. That's what I always say. Just get in the playoffs. You get hot there, boom. That wasn't the best Packers team. That Super Bowl team wasn't the best Packers team, even in that like a 5-year span of that year. 2011 Packers were better. But play calling will help eliminate the rush. Yeah, absolutely. Like like I say, rolling out or just trying to do like things that fool the defense a little bit. Here we go. Kevin, you should have one thing down. Never make eye contact. That is an invitation to a conversation you don't want. See, that's the thing. Like in Wisconsin, see someone, hey, what's up? How you doing? No one responds to you because no one cares. But you say, hey, how you doing? Everyone's so friendly. In New York, you talk to someone, they just walk right by you. And that's all right. I don't need to talk to everyone. What's up, Jesse? The Packers defense should be stonewalling the Cleveland offense. It should only take like 16 points to win. If Jordan gets sacked, okay, just don't turn it over. That's the only way we lose. Yeah, the only way we lose this game, you are spot on. Only way I can see with us losing is if we, it was a sack fumble and they had like a touchdown off it. Then all of a sudden their offense starts getting swagger with it. But like I just think our defense is not gonna let them, score more than 16 points. I think that the offense just don't turn the ball over. If you get 3 and outed, whatever, let your defense handle it. Because like the Browns have a good defense, but their offense is not scaring no one, dude. The Browns' offense ain't doing nothing. The Browns' offense, dude, they might get shut out. Honestly, I can see this defense just going in there and like allowing like 3 points or something. But yeah, their defense is going to do stuff, but they don't have enough. They don't got enough firepower. Tucker Kraft will have a game. Hopefully, he plays. We don't know for sure that Tucker Kraft is going to play. They said it was like a scare, but then Matt LaFleur kind of worded how his answer about, if he'll play. I forget exactly the quote, but didn't seem real convincing that it's for sure he's going to play. But, these teams always try to, like if a guy is questionable, they don't want the other team to know for some reason. They think that it's going to, be some trick for them. So who knows? I hope he plays. But I hope he's 100% and plays because you don't want him to be, you don't want him to go ahead and get hurt, worse. If taking a week off is what he needs, then do it. My fantasy team will suffer, but what's up, Livingston? Thank you, Matt. Awesome. There we go. What is up, Brad? How you doing tonight? We need a karaoke night soon. Dude, maybe we should. I don't know if we can do that with the copyright stuff, but maybe we can do it. Because I sing so good, it might get copyrighted. No, I don't know if the audio, the instrumental even. Maybe we'll try that out. I'll sing some bangers out here. Are you flying there? I am. I'm flying there. I've never flown before. I've never been on an airplane before. So that'll be interesting.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
I am sorry to bother you, but you just got a voicemail, and I need to play it for you real quick. And I think this is very important. Okay, here it is.
It's breaking in. My mortal enemy.
So I think this is important. So
that's a pigeon, dude.
It is a pigeon, yes.
Yeah, dude. It lives on my porch. Now it's calling in to the show.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to interrupt the show, but it seemed very important.
I feel like this pigeon's probably like straight from Illinois. This pigeon could be a fib sent here by the enemy to disrupt my show. That might be what happened. All right, let's keep it moving over here. What's up, Shadow95 over there on Twitch? My school is doing a tailgate get-together before school for the staff in 2 weeks. Last year, I wore my Clay Matthews jersey. Do I wear Matthews again, AJ Hawk, or Jordan Love? Thinking Love future MVP. I would say Jordan Love right now, but those are all great jerseys that you got right there. You got a whole bunch of legends right there. But I would say Jordan Love because right now, this season, Packers are hot. Things are going good. Jordan Love, dude, he's going to show people what a healthy Jordan Love does. He's got that banged up thumb on the left on his non-throwing hand. I don't know how that's going, but overall he's healthy right now. Dude, did you see that hit he took or he put on? Like everyone's talking about slide. That hit dude put his shoulder on. Like let me get after it, but don't get hurt. But I like that toughness that he's got. You know what I mean? We're going to need that. Ivan says 13-4, or he says 17-0. Who's the top 3 teams in the NFC, dude? All right, that's a good question. All right, so who we got? I think, dude, I know it's Packers, Eagles, right? No matter where you want to flip them, you know. Who's that third team? I can't really think of all the teams right now. Washington, you know, the Packers beat them, but I still think that they're a legit threat. The Bucks, I think, look good. Are they a top 3 team? I don't know. But I think that they're going to be in the conversation. But I think you kind of have to say Washington right now, right? I mean, even though that they lost to the Packers, I don't expect them to be a bad football team. Who do you got for the top 3? I mean, maybe I'm missing someone. The Rams are doing their thing, you know. I don't know what their record is exactly right now, but yeah, I would have to say probably Washington is number 3 to me. We will see though. They got to bounce back though. Let's see how they handle that L they took over there. Now they got Preston Smith. That'll change what's up. What's up, Matt? What's up with Tucker Kraft? Excuse me. It sounds like it was like a more of a scare than a bad injury, but knees are always sketchy. It seems like he's questionable. He could play, but it's possible that they let him sit a week and let him get fresh for Dallas. They don't want to play with Tucker Kraft. He's a superstar. Tucker Kraft's going to be a problem this season for defense. And he's my fantasy tight end, so I'm going to need him out there. But if he got to sit, he's got to sit. What's up? Hey, Matt. What is up, dude? We're having a good time Friday evening. You know what I mean? I'm off tomorrow. Probably have a few beers, you know, hanging out with some good people over here. We have 227 people watching live right now across all the places. So I appreciate you. Packers should win by 3 touchdowns. Yeah, absolutely. I think the Packers should win big, convincingly. I mean, it depends how this offense works. That's what it'll be interesting to see how they play against this defense, because this defense is Cleveland defense is known for not giving up a lot of yardage. So, you know, Josh Jacobs, they've been trying to run the ball early with Josh Jacobs, especially that line game really wasn't successful until the second half. So you're not going to get like it's hard to get yardage off the Browns. Apparently, I haven't really watched the Browns game. Maybe I'll probably do that tonight too, and I'll probably watch. You know, I got YouTube TV and I can watch it all and stuff. Maybe take a little look at them. You know what I mean? But I think the Packers win big. I hear you. We got quality on both sides of the ball. One player predicted undefeated. Yeah, that was Walker, Rasheed Walker. And it's funny because you got Xavier McKinney saying we're only 2-0. You ain't win the Super Bowl. We need to, you know, we're gonna chill out. We're gonna, you know, put our head down and get after it. And then Rasheed Walker's like, we might never lose again. It's awesome. Flacco is gonna wish he retired after Sunday, dude. I think that for real, dude. I think he might get sacked. I mean, you know, the Packers are averaging like 4 sacks a game, 8 sacks this season. So let's do it again, dude. I could see him getting 4 or 5 sacks in this game, dude. If the Packers do, they're going to like week, you know, 4, averaging 4 sacks a game. That's something right there. That's what Packer fans have dreamed of. Like we prayed for days like this. You know what I mean? Hopefully they can get it done. Will do the job. Musgrave. Yeah, I picked him up on fantasy because Tucker's my fantasy tight end. So just in case he doesn't play, hopefully he does. Hopefully he can. I don't want him to rush him back. So when I say hopefully he plays, hopefully he's 100%. And this injury wasn't really that bad. I mean, I tweak my knee every day. You know, just getting out of bed, like, oh, now I broke it. But then I know, all right, I'm all right. Takes me a little bit. But here we go. When you're in New York, say some New York stereotype stuff like, hey, I'm walking here, and your accent. Yeah, I heard that they like you. They like that when people walk, hey, I'm walking here. I probably won't do that. Chew gum so your ears don't pop. Oh yeah, for the plane ride there. Yeah. That pigeon voicemail must be the chaos portion of the football Pearson chaos. Yeah. So far, not so much chaos. You know what I mean? Stacy, what is up? I miss the Pizza Hut and Little Caesar here in Georgia. Can't compare it. There's no place like home. The stadium you are going to, I was offered a job in the child care center at that stadium to watch players and employees of Giants, Jets during games. All right. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. The people just watch people's kids there. There you go. Do you think it's Matthew Golden game of the week? I do. I think he's in a ball. Let me take a drink real quick. But yeah, I think Matthew Golden gets his first touchdown this week. We got to get it out of the way. Let him have a game. You know, he's going to have more targets. Jaden Reed not going to be playing. On Tucker Kraft potentially not playing. I feel like Matthew Golden is going to get more opportunities. So let's get that first touchdown for him. Stop Jesse. Green Bay, Philadelphia. And I think there's a big gap for the top three. I kind of like Tampa. I think they're tough. Yeah, I watched Tampa the other night. We did a live stream. They look good. Baker Mayfield, dude, he will die on that field. I mean, not literally, but like he will get after. He will put his body on the line. He will do what it takes. Him running with the ball is just crazy to watch. I don't like Tampa, but I think that they're a good team. I actually do like Baker Mayfield. I really don't have many feelings about Tampa. But back in the day, they were in the division. I still kind of have that lingering over me. But Baker Mayfield, how do you hate Baker Mayfield? You know what I mean? He seems like a good dude. J Love trucked Amos. Bet Amos took teasing at work this week. Yeah, dude, he got trucked, dude. He really he put his shoulder down and really got after it. What is up, Hunter? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in over here. Ivan says Packers, Commanders, Lions. Oh yeah, the Lions. I didn't say the Lions. I think the Lions are going to be a force. That wasn't disrespecting Lions, but I think the Eagles. Though I think I put the Eagles in there. I know. That's why I think that third spot could be Commanders, could be Lions, could be Tampa Bay. Yeah, you know what I mean? Rams are a good team. A pigeon? Dude, go Pack, go, baby. Much love, Matt, from Boise, Idaho. Dude, I have a pigeon outside my porch, dude. This is actually this Tony Soprano thing. That's a window. And there's pigeons, and my porch is over here, and there's pigeons, and they're everywhere. And then they just started standing on my porch, like just staring me down. I had to go out the back door. I was like, what's this pigeon doing in my porch at 3 a.m? Don't pigeons sleep? This thing was on my porch for like 12 hours straight. I was like, oh, we going to war. You know what I mean? Had to get the water hose out. Giants, diets, players, and employees' kids. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I guess, never thought about that part of it. That's cool, though. Ramage going to burn out doing so many shows. Dude, this week has been tiring. I might have, we had to change some stuff up, but we got it rolling here. Do you think Kevin O'Connell works his magic again and resurrects Carson Wentz's career like he did with Sam Darnold? I always wonder how Wentz's career would go if he didn't get injured and won the Super Bowl instead of Nick Foles. Yeah, absolutely. I think that they can win with Wentz. They have a pretty good team overall. It's just the quarterback spot. I think Wentz is a guy that can get it done. I'm not saying that Wentz is like the end all be all, but I feel like he's been there before. I agree. Like if he didn't get injured and he won the Super Bowl, you would see Wentz as a whole different. His career to win, obviously, like way different. I think he's the guy that can do it because they have other options, dude. And like, yeah, okay, you got Justin Jefferson, you have Addison. Like you don't have to be Joe Montana to be successful with that. You know what I mean? And they got a running game too. And they got a defense. So I feel like the Vikings can win. I just don't think the Vikings, I don't know. They always seem to screw it up. You know what I mean? They had a good regular season last year. But I definitely think that Wentz can step in and make that offense better. Giants and Jets players and employees' kids. There you go. You know what I mean? I got what you mean there. Here we go, Paul. First road game. What are the challenges? I don't think there are many challenges, dude. Like, I think that this isn't. I think probably the injuries, getting over the injuries. But I mean, I don't think Cleveland does have like rowdy fans, so I think that there'll be noise. I'm not sure that they're like known as like one of the louder stadiums, but Browns fans get after it, dude. They are loyal, they're loud, they're good fans. So I think the Packers are just a better team. So they just have to go in there and play their game. And I think that they'll be all right. Tucker Kraft not being there would be a challenge. But then you expect, Musgrave to step up and do his thing. You know what I mean? And other guys as well. But you don't want to lose that tight end situation. So Musgrave, step up, get after it. Is there any wild card team in the NFC North? Yeah, I think for sure there is. I think the Packers win the division. I think the Lions are going to be in there. I think the Lions are going to get a playoff spot. Maybe, we'll see what the Vikings do. I think the Vikings potentially could have themselves a year. I think it'd be hard. We'll see where it stacks up. But I think the Bears are obviously out of it. But we'll see how the Vikings adapt. They got Wentz coming in, and maybe they start winning. I think, like I say, I think that they have a good enough team, but we will see. But the Lions for sure, I expect. Dude, they put 52 on Chicago, which it's the Bears, but they showed hey, we still got it. We just not quite as good as the Packers. You know what I mean? There's no chaos over here, Doug. There's no chaos. I just try to grab people's attention. You know what I mean? Here we go. Maybe Jimmy is putting pigeon food in areas around your house as a messed up prank on you, dude. Maybe, dude. Yeah, but they out here, dude. They live in all four corners of my house. I'm being invaded by pigeons because there used to be a church at the end of the street, and they tore it down like a 150-year-old church, and all the pigeons that lived in that church just freed. They're out here, dude. They're out here. They're coming after us. Jesse, the Vikings are putting their hopes on Carson Wentz. This is a dude who once had 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions in a season, but he also threw a pick six in his own end zone with his left-handed. He's not left-handed. Yeah, what do you get? I think that they're going to get good quarterback play from Wentz. I can say, I don't think, like I say, I'm not saying he's going to throw 45 touchdowns, but I think he's good enough that they can win some football games. You know what I mean? But dude, be sure to hang out with us this Sunday. Packers-Browns live stream. We have the best graphics in the game. Just wait till you see what we got in store for you. And it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a lot of fun. See us Sunday. The Quick Trip man says it right there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know what other games I'll be doing Sunday, if I'm going to do any, but I will be there. Monday Night Football as well. The Lions-Ravens, I believe it's going to be. That's going to be a good game. And then Thursday Night Football will be back. But we are 6 days a week live stream. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, obviously, and Thursday being the game streams. But Wednesday being the Pick'em show. Friday nights, we're just going to hang out like this, chit-chat, and, have a good time, have a few beers. You know what I mean? But I think I'm going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate everyone hanging out with me tonight. 252 people watching live right now across all the places. Be sure to subscribe if you're, on YouTube and wherever you're watching this thing. If you're not, follow, whatever. Probably are. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up. Go Pack, go people. See you Sunday. You know what I mean?